This channeling is from March the 16th, 1986, and was referenced in the Daily Quote for November the 1st, 2021. Let's double check that really quick. Let's go ahead and call that November the 2nd, 2021, to be more accurate. Question from the group. There is no question from the group. It just starts with Carla channeling. Okay. Here we go. I am Oxal. I greet you in the love and in the light of our infinite Creator. We thank you for allowing us to come and share our thoughts with you. We would like to say to the one known as El that we are very grateful for his openness to our contact, but found some difficulty in establishing our identity. We shall be most happy to use this instrument as he desires, and will begin through this instrument. We would speak with you this evening of joy, that quality which is beyond its name, that energy which creates in fire and yet in peace, that explosion which is yet a steady state, that translation of that which proceeds into that which is. We would speak to you of history. Those among your peoples are fascinated with history, that which is past history and that which shall be future history. And we would point out to you that if you wish a specific remedy against joy, it would be history that would take the first place among the active distractions of those who seek. We speak to you of these things at this time because there are those among you who have spent a good deal of time, as you call it, in prayer and in meditation, supporting what this instrument calls the Great Peace March. We would like to point out to you that the ideal involved is a part of joy, and that the history of that effort is not. It is difficult to perceive the possibility of feeling joy when watching what could have been disintegrate, and we understand that among your peoples, that which does not eventuate as a finished process is counted as failure. Success and failure belong to that outward portion of yourselves, which belong to history. The discipline of joy is the discipline of remaining outside of time, or, to speak more precisely, within that womb from which time issues and towards which it shall once again be drawn in the great rhythm of the cosmos. To remove oneself from processes is to remove oneself from all of those things which seem real, beginning with the processes of one's own physical vehicle, continuing on with the processes of the daily living, the telephone that rings, the doorbell that rings, the visitor that knocks at your gate, the information that comes through the post, and all those things which remind one again and again of the processes of dailiness. Shall you then reject all of these things in order to remain joyful? We suggest to you that there is a portion of you which should do just that in order to achieve something which you may wish to nurture, and that is the sense of humor, the light touch, the feeling of being seated within love and its expression, joy and laughter, regardless of outward circumstances. Processes, as all things which partake of time, begin and end, are successful or fail, and yet consciousness is variably affected by these processes. May we suggest to you that by reserving a portion of yourself to be centered within that great womb of time, where joy holds sway, one can experience differently the processes of living within the illusion which you now enjoy, and from which you shall learn as you choose to learn, slowly or more rapidly, and effectually or more effectively. The more one throws the whole self into that which may be called petty, the more one allows oneself to worry and be concerned over seeming failures. The more one robs oneself of the opportunities for transformation. And yet transformation is what you have come to choose to do. It seems that that which is new becomes old, but we say to you to consider whether it is not one's interest that becomes old. When one perceives things from the standpoint of joy, nothing can escape the illumination which love brings. We would at this time again attempt to communicate through the one known as El. I am Oxal or Oxal. El channeling. I am Oxal, and I greet you again, my friends, in the love and in the light of the infinite Creator. We are encountering slight difficulty in working through this instrument, but will continue so that the instrument may become familiarized with our vibration and become more fluent in its ability to communicate our transmission. We of Oxal appreciate the effort displayed and request your patience as we work with the instrument. It is our desire, my friends, to be able to be one with you in your pursuit, correction, in your efforts to seek awareness. We shall relinquish our use of this instrument at this point, as the instrument is fatigued in having difficulty with our communications. We are grateful for the opportunity to exercise this instrument and thank those present for their patience. We are known to you as Oxal. Adonai, my friends. Carla channeling. I am Quo, and we greet you in the love and the light of the one who is all. It is a great blessing to blend our vibrations with yours and to drink in the beauty of your beings. We would speak only briefly through this instrument. However, there is a calling at this time for our particular bias and vibration, and we gladly share it with you, knowing that the fellowship which we feel with you is only the surface of the service that you do us by allowing us to be with you. We would give to you our encouragement and speak upon meditation, for it is the key which unlocks the door to that which is within you. And that which is within you is nothing less than the one original thought, which is the Creator. You may call this Creator universal mind, yet that is not precise, for the mind proceeded and precipitated from the thought, which was thought without mind, but only with consciousness. You are the Creator. And as you experience each other, the Creator gains experience. We speak from the point of view that the Creator has made a great sacrifice in causing a portion of its being to have mind and to become independent. For there is much effort in accepting the free will of portions of itself which seem disharmonious with other portions of itself. And yet the Creator has repeatedly made this sacrifice of wholeness without effort in order to bring itself an expanded self. The Creator, shall we say, takes the very, very long view and looks upon all that occurs through all the densities and dimensions, of which there are an infinite number, in order that it may key into its own self all of the selves that have become unique and learn all those things which each unique portion has learned. And you yourself are a sacrifice to your own mind. For without mind, you would constantly be in a state of meditation, and all things would be whole and entire unto themselves, and one with you, and acceptable in every respect. Yet you have sacrificed that awareness to come into incarnation and to be limited by your separation from those things about you. The material of the seat upon which you now bear your weight, of each other because you can touch, but you cannot become in one physical sense. Separation seems to run very deep, and one forgets that the stones sing, that the earth shouts with rejoicing, and that the trees skip in the springtime. How easy it is to feel oneself separate from life that indwells all things. How easy it is to feel separate from oneself, to feel that there are factions within the self which must be reconciled, to find oneself analyzing and reanalyzing to no avail. The only road from separation into unity is keyed with meditation. Some there are who benefit from meditating at great length. Some there are who benefit from meditating a brief few minutes in each day. And some there are whose meditations are in action, and through action they are centered and one with all that there is. Therefore, do not assume that you know what meditation is and what your goals should be towards it, but rather, as you meditate, listen to that voice which speaks within, and meditate as that voice instructs you. There is no set time, nor is there a set method. There is one thing, however, which we must emphasize, and that is the fidelity to the practice. We thank you. We are most privileged to have been able to speak through this instrument to this group. We ask only, and that you treat our words as those of your brothers and sisters, and not as those from, shall we say, on high. We are imperfect and most fallible, yet we have that to share which we have experienced, and so we shall with many thanks for the invitation. We would leave you now upon the many, many sounds that drift past your inner ear as the domicile rests in the chilly wind of springtime, and the night sky sings with the songs of galaxies and stars. We shall drift away so that our voice is no longer heard, and yet we are always with you if you request our presence mentally. We leave you in the love and the light of the one infinite Creator. We are those of Quo. Adonai, my friends. Adonai, my children. Adonai. Carla channeling. I am Nona. I greet you in love and in light, and am so happy to share this evening with you. We shall say no more. It says Carla channels a lovely healing melody from Nona. So that's the end of the transcript, and I'm not really sure what's going on there. As I understand it, Quo is a principle of maybe different groups or social memory complexes. I'm not totally sure. And I have no idea who Nona is or why she popped up in the end there, but there you have it. That's it.